everyone, I'm Aria and welcome or welcome back to the channel. So today I am building an abandoned home. It's kind of like an abandoned cabin in the woods. I haven't really built anything like this for quite a while, and I do really enjoy doing these rundown kind of gross builds, so I thought it was a good opportunity, being spooky month, to do another one. I was also watching Deligracy's Rags to Restoration challenge, and I thought it was a really cool idea, so I thought this would be good for that sort of challenge too. It's a starter home, so I thought it would be really cool. It's also fully functional for anyone who would like to play this sort of challenge. I thought maybe if you didn't want to build anything yourself, then this would be like a good thing to do too. So I did use a lot of the tool mod in this, as per usual for my builds really, but I think I kind of used it a little bit more in this because literally everything I think I've rotated that's rotatable. So we've done pretty much the shell already. I'm just working on the floor plan. It was pretty simple with this one. I've kept it to a 100 tile home, so it does fall under the tiny home category. So obviously once you have restored this home, it will have all of the perks of a tiny home, which is really cool. I wasn't really sure what I was doing with the inside initially when I was working on the outside. I didn't know whether it was going to be functional or not, or whether I just wanted it to look gross. But as I was kind of going through the interior a little bit later, I thought it would be really nice to actually have it functional and, you know, usable as it is right now before it's restored. So you know, for storytelling purposes, gameplay purposes, I thought it would be pretty cool. I've done a little bit of terrain work with this one, not a whole lot, but I wanted to raise this bit up here because the lying posts of the fence just kind of didn't look right floating in midair. And a little bit later I add a it's kind of like a pond, but there isn't very much water in it. I've been playing quite a lot of Fallout the last week or so, and I was kind of inspired by some of the scenery from that game. And so I did kind of make like a little pond, which once it's fully renovated, I think it would be a really nice place to have a pond, but for the time being, it's just like a bit gross. It's got some like toxic barrels in it, and it just, you know, has that kind of Fallout vibe for me. So as we go to work on the roofing, I pulled out these two posts. One's from Cats and Dogs and the other is from Jungle Adventure, I think. The swatches are ever so slightly different, but I thought this one had like a nice kind of gradual look to it, where it goes from like a lighter wood to the mossy green at the bottom. So this took me quite a long time to do. I placed each one slightly off from each other individually and then used the tool mod to rotate it around the center to kind of flip it over to the other side of the roof. It did help with, you know, it wasn't quite so time consuming doing it with the tool mod. I think if I had done it by hand, it would have taken me like more than a whole day. But this is what it looks like when I have finished the whole thing. And I just do a little bit more kind of detailing to the front of the roof pieces. It just looked a little bit kind of plain to me, and I wanted it to be quite detailed. In my mind, this once was like a really intricately designed wooden cabin, probably handmade by someone. And I wanted to include quite a lot of detail to the roof pieces, and the roof pieces on the side especially, I really like what they look like. So this is uploaded, or will be uploaded once I can figure out what to call it, as a residential. However, I thought it would be really good as a rental home also, maybe as like a holiday home that these Sims own, or maybe they rent it out to other people. But since no one can go on holiday particularly at the moment, or just yet, it's kind of run into disrepair and people have squatted in it, and you know, it's just a bit of a mess. So I thought that would kind of be like a good story for it. So this video was actually meant to be out last week, but I have not really been in the best mindset for the last week, mostly this week especially. So I'm not sure how many of you know, but I have applied for residency to live permanently in Australia. So I'm originally from the UK, but lived in Queensland for about 3 years now, and I don't want to go anywhere. I would very much like to stay here, and to do that I need to be sponsored either by a partner or by a job, and so my fiance is sponsoring me to stay here. However, the process to get that visa is not the easiest. And so far it has cost about the equivalent of 1 year at uni, so stressful. But on top of all of that, I had to get a like a full physical medical exam done. I had it done yesterday, and even though it's, you know, nothing for me to particularly stress about, it was very straightforward and pretty quick. It only took a couple hours, but I literally couldn't get it off of my mind for the past week or so, and it just was really stressing me out, and I could not do anything other than think about it. So every time I tried to come into the game to build anything, I just couldn't concentrate, and it was just making me even more stressed. So I decided that I would just take a couple days off. Ended up taking like a whole week off, just so that I could not stress. I didn't want to put anything out that I wasn't 100% happy with, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to build anything when I was kind of in that mindset, so I figured it just wasn't worth even trying. And so I ended up just playing other games, quite a lot of Fallout, which I've always loved the games, but once I kind of had completed the quest in 76, and then I kind of wasn't really interested in doing the same daily things over and over again when there wasn't much of a, you know, storyline to do. But with the update that came out last year, actually, I didn't really like go much on it, so I didn't really play it. But then the last couple of months I've kind of played it on and off, and this week I finally completed it. I've completed pretty much everything now, so hopefully that will kind of keep me interested to carry on playing it. And I've really been enjoying the Halloween update that came out 2 days ago, I think. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, so hopefully it will keep me interested, you know. I did get the game when it first came out, and I had it on PlayStation, and I think I got to like level 70 something, and I was really enjoying it. But then we moved, and I just never really got back into playing it. And then there was a sale beginning of this year, I think, on Steam, and it was literally on sale for like $11. So the whole game, I bought it on PlayStation for like 90 something dollars, and then it's on PC on sale for like 11. So yay. But anyway, I bought it on PC and I've been playing it, so yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So anyway, back to talking about this build. I just wanted basically to let you know where I've been and that I'm okay. I'm okay now. So that visa hopefully will come through, you know, within the next couple of weeks. They requested like a whole bunch of information, including the medical exam and some police background checks and things, which they don't normally request until they're like super close to processing the visa. So fingers crossed it will, you know, get processed soon. The waiting time on it currently says like 30 months and I only applied for it like 6 months ago, so I'm pretty surprised that they're requesting information already, but hopefully that's a good sign. Anyway, so we're working on the landscaping right now. I knew that I wanted it to be quite like overgrown and things, and I've done quite a few builds that I've used the ivy on the roof. I've rotated. I was trying to find something that changed color that also rotated, since I've changed the season to autumn now. But nothing does. Nothing really changes color, so I was a bit I'm not disappointed, but a bit annoyed that it's like bright green when everything else is, you know, nice browns and different like autumnal shades of leaf. But once I think you'll see I don't know whether I'm going to do screenshots or a tour just yet. We will see when I get to it. But with the reshade, it does kind of tone the brightness of the green down a little bit, which I quite like, so I don't mind too much in the end. But I wanted it to be, you know, a bit messy and not particularly taken care of. I really like these trees that I've used. I'm pretty sure they're base game ones. They don't really match Windenburg very well, but you know, I thought if this is completely abandoned like I was hoping it kind of came across, then it kind of gives off the same look anyway. You can also see that I've added the ivy from Discover University to the outside, and lots of grossness from the vampires pack and scratches and holes in the walls and things. I tried to keep it so that it looked like it made sense, so like the cracks are on the brick and then the patches, like the holes in the walls, are actually on the wood, and then I've tried to do the same on the inside so that you don't have like wooden beams showing when there's actually brick, if that makes sense. I was really trying to find quite a lot of the trash piles, the rubbish piles that came in Eco Lifestyle in the debug menu, but I couldn't find them anywhere. And I have the Better Build Buy mod in my game, and I asked on Twitter like what category is it in, because I can't find them anywhere. I filtered to only Eco Lifestyle, can't find them. So in the end I downloaded a couple of rooms off of the gallery and put those in, and then I tried to clone them, and with like just the dropper tool, not with tool mod, and it won't let me. It basically says that they don't exist, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. I probably just have a box unticked in my filtered section somewhere, I'm not sure, but yeah, very very strange, because I thought that they would, you know, they definitely were in the game before I put the mod in, and they're in the game if I take the mod out, so I don't really know what happened there. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I just downloaded a room from the gallery with them in, so there's not all of them. Some of the ones that I wanted I couldn't find even on the gallery, so that was kind of annoying. But yeah, going on to the inside, like I said, I wanted it to be fully functional. So I have made sure that all of the appliances work, that, you know, your Sims can get to them, and that everything is there if you need it. I haven't included a TV because I didn't really think that would be appropriate. I don't know, it didn't make sense to me that there would be a TV in this house. I figured that it's, you know, if there ever was one, someone's probably stolen it. So I didn't want to include it. It can probably be used off the grid, but I haven't used off the grid lighting. I've used cottage living lighting. Like this lamp here, I've used this one quite a lot, and I put this one on the floor because I thought it kind of looked like it maybe was once over the dining table and has since fallen down. I do this with a couple of standing lamps too because I thought they looked really cool. So this here is what I would have thought is the mud room, or like the laundry room, leads out to the back door. I've used a couple of wooden beams from the Eco Lifestyle pack to make it look like half of the walls are falling down. I did want to include those plates, but according to the Better Build Buy mod, they don't upload to the gallery, so it took me a while to try and find some different decorative items that I could put in the kitchen that did upload. In the end, I just kind of left it with a handful of different random things because there wasn't really very many items that I wanted to use that I could upload, so I just left it pretty bare. I do keep on checking to see the price of the house because I didn't want to add too many things, but at the same time I wanted it to be cluttered and detailed enough whilst it was still, you know, as a starter home. So it is just, I think it's like 19,700 or something. So if you've got a couple Sims that want to try and, you know, renovate this house, then they can afford it, which I think is pretty good. There's enough appliances or furnishing items inside that they can at least live the first couple days. Might need tidying up a little bit, but it is still functional. I really liked what I've done with this plant pot here. I used the dirt patch from, I think it's the base game, just to make it look like the plant pot had fallen over and all of the soil had like spilled out. I thought that was pretty cool. And these lights here, I wanted them to kind of look like they were falling off of the wall a little bit. I done the same with the one in the bathroom upstairs too, and I just thought it gave it a little bit I don't know, extra detail, made it look a little bit extra gross. I probably have added too many cracks and things on the walls looking back on it now, but I thought it looked really cool, you know. I really like this look and that's what I wanted to do, so I did it. This is from the Cats and Dogs debug. I thought it looked kind of like it could be used as a headboard. I did try and rotate it, but it unfortunately doesn't rotate. I wanted it to be kind of leaning against the wall like it had broken off of the bed, but I couldn't get it to do that, and I didn't really want to use any different items. There's a couple of signs, I think, from Cats and Dogs that to me kind of look like they could be used as a headboard, but I thought that they were a little bit too clean. I've added a couple spider webs, not too many, but there's enough to make it look like nobody really lives here. And then the last room that we work on is this bathroom. There honestly isn't that much in here, and I actually forgot to put a sink in. So I think I will put that in the bedroom before I upload it, so there is a sink upstairs. But yeah, this build will be on the gallery once I figure out what to call it, and the tray files will be on Tumblr as per usual. The links for that will be in the description below. So yeah, I really hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.